How you doing, everybody? It's me, Trader Max, here from the Shogun GunSho, and we are backstage today here on January 25th, 2025, this Saturday. And this is the backstage interview with our sponsor from KAPSEL. Let's get started. All right, we're back and we're here with Crypto Quinton. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, I'm doing fantastic, sir. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. We're going to be here and we're going to be interviewing and talking to our buddy Luke from KAPSEL, the dev from this awesome coin. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing wonderful, Max. Thank you for having me this morning. It's a wonderful day.
My pleasure. I love when we get a chance to meet with the sponsors prior to. This is a little bit more informal interview. You'll tell us a little bit about, what you've done and how you've built up your network and got things started here, which is amazing. I see that you have a lot of great stuff happening. But why don't you tell us a little bit, like how you got started with this process and what leads you here?
Yes, that's a great question. I'm a software developer for over 20 years. So I've been always developing web, mobile applications, and you name it. Mm-hmm. About 5 years ago, I think 4 or 5 years ago, I started into the stocks and crypto world. And was the time that Doge, AMC, GameStop, all the stuff were happening.
Right.
So I jumped into the GameStop trend, made some money there, and then went to AMC. On AMC, I was on my all-time high, and everybody's gonna go higher, go higher. And I was new to this world, right? I didn't know what I was doing. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I got to my top. I was plus 120K. Never did that in my whole life.
Yeah.
But it's gonna go higher. It's gonna go higher. And the next day, I woke up, was basically down to zero, right?
That's the round trip story of a lifetime.
Yeah. Then I got upset, of course, all the emotions and everything, and I was like, man, how can this happen? So I gave up on the stocks, and I was like, let me check out crypto. Oh, guys, that's when SafeMoon happened. SafeMoon came. I bought SafeMoon, and I was high, not as high as I was in AMC, but I was excited, And time passed by. You know the story. I was down to zero, negative, whatever, and they rug pull and whatever.
Ouch.
I got upset, and I was like, I'm done with this. But there must be something out there. I started researching, nothing. I was like, let me do my own coin. But that's when Bitcoin, everything was going down, and my wife was pregnant at the time, so we had our first son, and I was like, you know what, let me take a break. So I took a break, financial loss, and I was upset and everything. So I took like a couple, 2 years, 3 years break. And last year, I got back into it, and I was like, I'm going to start studying this. I'm a developer. I have the knowledge. Let me see what I can do. So I started studying the Solana platform, the framework, and I started, doing some stuff. And last year, I think December, November, I created my own coin as a test, right?
Yeah.
But before even that, I started buying some meme coins, and man, 99% of the meme coins I bought was a rug pull. And I was like, what's going on? What is this, a mafia? What is this? And then I started studying deep, and I found out it is a little mafia that developers, they just create. They buy the tokens themselves, they pump the tokens, get a higher. Some people buy in, they'll make a few thousands, and that's it, right? And they just keep on a repeat. In a press of a button, they can do that.
Yeah. Lots of bots in that system in there, especially the pump fund.
Lots of bots. I was like, man, I need to develop something like that. So I started developing. And my first coin that I did, I just released for 1 minute, and I released, and of course I sold everything for one. It took 2 minutes. I just want to see the process, and that's fine. And then last November, December, I was like, I'm going to take this more serious. I created the whole website. I created everything for another coin. And it was by myself. And I was like, I don't want to rug pull nobody. That's not my belief. I don't believe in that.
That's too much karma coming back at
you.
Yeah.
It's like, there must be some. I want something that is fair, not only for the developer, but for everybody else, right?
Right.
So I create another coin, and I release in December. And that coin, me by myself, my office at home, and I was impressed that people, they believe me. They liked me, and we brought that coin to 700K market cap in 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And the fourth day, a big well, it just sold everything, and boom, went down to zero, basically. Yeah. Of course, I got sad. I invest time, I invest money, I invest everything, but I was like, I'm not gonna give up on this. At the meantime, I got a lot of messages on Telegram from people that believe me. Hey, add me to the next project. I really like you. I believe in you. I want to be part of it. So I took a little break and I started working on the next project, which is KAPSEL. But KAPSEL, the true story about KAPSEL, it came to me about 4 years ago. If you go to our Twitter account, you can see that I opened the account in 2021, but that's when I decided to put a break. So I'm bringing KAPSEL back again, and with my goal is it's a fair launch for everybody. So the day that I launched, I also bought at the same time. Everybody was buying at the same time. So it was fair for me, for everybody. And the utility on that token is the charity part that we do. So I'm partners with two charity programs, and people love that. But I also realized the other coins, they do the same, but it's all fake. I was like, what's going on? You know, you're getting donation from people and you're using the money for yourself. So like, I know I need to be transparent. I want to be transparent in everything. So every donation I do, I take pictures. I send the wallet to people. People can see. I develop some bots on our Telegram that people can ask for anything.
Right.
And I put videos. I'm very transparent. Even when I sell from the marketing wallet, if I need something, I tell the people, hey, I'm going to sell $200 because I need to pay Shogun GunSho, you know, like whatever. So I'm very transparent in everything I do, and I think that's what attracted people.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the biggest thing is like this is why we started everything. You just basically said the same story for us as you did for yourself, right? So for us, it is to find that right and honor behind things, be able to give, you know, this takes a lot. Like what we're doing right now, this takes a lot, right? You know. There's KOLs and networkers out there that just they take advantage of people like us. Right? Like you probably have 100 stories about this. So I've heard them all. You know, from KOLs just giving money or not, or pumping the chart and then dumping, rug pulls, whale ships. We don't have that, right? My son, my family, the people that I trust as my family, best friends that I've had for years, we all own the coin. We own 92% of the coin. Wow. That's a lot. Right?
Well,
but we also know we're not going anywhere. And so what I hear in your voice, and I hear that sincerity, that is the biggest thing. It's like building a relationship with people like you have, right? This is very important that for those that are watching this after the fact, like in this world, you're not watching it live right now, but you're watching this and you're going, what's going to attract me to KAPSEL? Well, first off, nothing they say about what they do matters squat if the person that's saying it isn't trustworthy. And from everything I've seen and heard, and I've seen your transparency, I went through some of the. I'm a wallet tracker, man. Like you can't tell me that you know. I click on 3 things. If I sniff anything bad in those 3 clicks, I'm out. Right.
Of course.
Here I can validate the fact that you do charity stuff, that you do send us over, that you're very transparent, your TG's solid. You know, those are things that we don't bring on every. As you know, our process is not just, hey, give me money and then I'll make stuff happen.
Correct.
It's let me check you out and then see if you're able to give me money, and then we go with that. Because
I'm very honored. I'm very honored to be here. So
we don't bring on every, like I've had people want to throw 4 or 5 soul at us to be on the show and put our name to it, and no, we don't. So we only put our name to things that are absolutely they pass our sniff test, they pass our stuff. If I were to talk to you and you're like, hey, for 15 easy payments tonight, I wouldn't even have talked to you. You would have been resolved, and I would have been out the door. But listen, as my viewers go, and I got something bad in my eye. As my viewers are listening and watching this right now, and everybody who's in the chat that will be there today, you're going to see KAPSEL come in, and you're going to talk about a lot of great stuff. You have a tremendous amount of experience, which I really appreciate in this world, because to get some of the things that you have already on board is amazing. Like, let me get back to your homepage here, and I'm going to scroll down here, right? Listed on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, Bird Eye. Wait, these things are like running, but you pass your rug check. You got links to, you know, you can't get any more transparent than that, right?
Correct. I even put the bubble maps. I was like, I need to be transparent.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is like, where's your chromosome count? I need to see a sperm count up here. There's so much transparency there, and that's a really good thing, because when devs don't have something to hide, all they want to do is create utility and performa for their coin and their community, and that's really important. So besides the charity stuff, you got a little education hub up here. You got some good stuff. You know, I like your little resources panel with all your banners and everything. You got some great looks here to it. But the concept behind KAPSEL, like, you know, I could go through the FAQ, like who this is and what this is. You know, and it's not just about the failed story. Where do you see the successes for KAPSEL? What sets you apart from the average coin that's there now?
So I believe what setting us apart is, beside the transparent that you heard, is we're here for long term, right? We're not here for, you know, a quick money or a kick. We're here to change generations.
Right.
And through charity, through my family, through friends, through the community, I don't know who is going to be there, but we want to change everybody. So we have a lot of things that I want to change also on the technology side, you know, creating apps and wallets. Like you heard the stories, how many wallets people get scammed, they put on a Telegram, and, you know, so I'm bringing a lot of the software experience to this coin that is going to help people trade better. They're going to feel more confident. So we're working on our wallets for Telegram, wallets for iOS and Android. And I think people will really like that, because they're going to feel safe. And we are open an LLC to show people, hey, we're legit. We're not you know, I'm not going to rug pull my own LLC. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People will be showing up to your door on that one.
Exactly.
We have an LLC too for our karate studio and our network here. And we're my son and I, who's Crypto Quinton, are very transparent in everything that we do. You know, we're both black belts. He's a 2nd degree. I'm a 7th degree, going for my 8th. You know, we have hundreds of students at our school, so we're never letting anybody down at that level. You know, I'm not afraid of failure. I'm afraid of success with catastrophic failure, but I'm not afraid of failure, because failure just means you got to get stronger, right? It's the mentality there.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So
people, they don't. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, my turn. So what do you see yourself in this quarter? What is your biggest asset that you're releasing, or something that's happening here in this quarter that you feel that you're going to be adding that's going to, and it can't be something dreamful, right? Like we're talking about alpha right now, but we're talking about, what do you see yourself like today? If somebody's watching this interview here on the 25th of January, what can you tell them in this quarter is going to set you apart to where your chart's going to move, or something's going to happen with your company, do you think?
So first of all, we'll release your Telegram wallet that we're going to charge a fee that's going to be cheaper than the others. And that fee is either back to KAPSEL or it's going to go to charity. Okay. So that's number one. I was supposed to release yesterday, but I was so focused for this interview that I didn't have time. So that's number one. Number two, we are getting ready to get listed on some major exchanges that I cannot mention here yet, because I don't want to excite people and if it doesn't work. But before that, the articles of incorporation need to be ready. So hopefully by Monday, the LLC is open.
Sweet.
So that should happen the next, you know, a week or a couple weeks. So that's a major thing for us, because the more exchange, more liquidity pool, more stabilize the price, and you know it. I think that should be the key. So we're going to keep adding that. And what I really, really want to do this quarter, maybe second quarter, is I want to talk to more charities that they can start accepting our token as a payment as well, as donation. Not just from us. I want every charity in US or all over the world to have their own wallet, so people can donate, send our coins to them, and not just US dollars, you know. So they can use whatever they want. So we can add more utilities to the token by doing that. And I think that's going to be huge.
This is something that's very powerful, because having utility where the coin becomes commerce and a utility part of the process is difficult, right? Because we got a lot of gatekeeper systems out there. You're sitting at a really nice market cap of 4 million. You know, the mentality here is like, this does not come from somebody who's just like putting short time in. You can kind of see immediately there's a huge network of growth, right? And this growth is a power influx of time, right? Build, structure, parabolic build. This parabolic run right here that everybody's watching on the chart right now, you know, however this transpired, and then it's like, man, you know, you get back in, but it's not just like a low swing back down to nothing. This structure of this rebound, this means you're building. Build, strong community. I'm a technical analysis fiend, because I've been doing it for 20 something years with Forex and network. This is tech, but this is also fundamental analysis. You'll see the variance in the Twitter account as well as the Telegram. These are things that are powerful. You are a force to be reckoned with in this industry because you have such a great value to your chart, your fundamental analysis, and everything else. So I appreciate what you got. Go ahead.
Can I explain the major ascent there, that what happened to us?
Yeah, sure.
So right there, we got my first experience of a pump and dump attack in my whole life.
Welcome to the world.
If you, in a matter of minutes, we went from 2 million to 6 million, and we're seeing like 20K, 15K buys.
Yeah.
And we survived. Nobody sold, and you can check the top 50 holders. Nobody sold.
Right.
And those wells, they left at a loss. And then you see the next two, they try again. So they tried 3 times. And after that, now the community realized, hey, this guy is the real deal. Nobody sold. Now we're building back again the momentum, and we got back to 4 million.
The good thing is like deviational process. This is on a 15-minute chart. If I jump to a 5 or 4-hour chart, the value you can kind of see on this huge pullback, the shooting star.
Yep.
This is degradation of the whales that when they came in, they were trying to pump and dump it. We knew this, right? We've seen this so many times in the market, and where a lot of people, where they get their money from is everybody's like, oh my God, it's great. I'm just going to pull off 10%. I'm going to pull off 10%, or let me buy into the buy, right? So they buy into the buy, which increases the price up, and then the guys leave, and then everybody scares and they dump out, which makes it fall parabolically down. So,
correct.
But the dissonance here is, if I were to take a line and I were to go here, all this process has been uptrend. Uptrend, pull back, uptrend. And it's powerful because you got great communication. If you're doing technical analysis and fundamental analysis at the same time, and you're looking for a coin, I'm talking to everybody else out there, if you're looking for a coin to be a part of, get your small bag in, because this is not stopping. This is continuing on. This is a lot of great stuff that's happening. We're going to come back with an investment process. A quarter of what you've put to us for the show today is going to go back into your coin, and we're going to buy our bag and put you in our portfolio. We want to see the great things that's coming from KAPSEL.
Awesome. I appreciate that.
No worries. All right. I want to be conscious of time. Luke, man, is there anything lastly you would like to let the world know before we listen a couple minutes here?
Yes. Yep. Just the last thing, we've been getting a lot of feedback from our design and our arts, and everybody know, I was the only guy working on. Now our team grew for almost 30 people between moderators and a lot of other people. So you're redesign our brand. I hired a design company. Cool. So everything's going to change maybe next week. I actually, before coming here, I was meeting with the design company. And I just get feedback from people, and he sent me a design. I was like, I didn't like much. Let's do another one. And I'm going to let the community vote, because it's not my coin. It's the community coin. You know what I mean?
I like that.
So new branding's coming, and I think people are going to be very excited, because I know you're in the meme category, but we are more than just a meme. You know what I mean? So we want to go to the next level.
I think you have the presence of a meme utility, but it's what you make it. We see so many people come into this world in the confusion. They look at even like Shogun as, are you a meme or what have you? And they come in here and they're thinking they could treat us like a meme, and we're not. We have a heavy, heavy structure of our creed and our world that we are. So I feel your pain. All right. Awesome. I can't wait to hear from you. So in the show, we're going to be talking to you more. If you're watching this after the fact, it'll be released a little later today here in our network. But I want to thank you for being here, Luke. Thanks, Mr. Quinton, for being here as well. For everybody else, make sure that you have KAPSEL in your portfolio as a medium risk process, because there is such an awesome process here. And I say medium risk only because everything's medium nowadays, right? You get high risk, medium. There's no more low risk stuff. But if it's something that you put a bag into, a couple $100 into it, and just let it follow its natural path and be a part of the university there. Even if you put it a low value in your portfolio, you're going to do well. We're going to have it in ours at 0.25%, which is absolutely wonderful. We can't wait to see how they do over the next couple of months. We're going to get ready for our show. Luke, stick around. Everybody else, we'll see you next time. And as always, trade well.
Awesome.